they just don't know.
What I told you, Cutter.
People seen it, but they just don't know. People seen it, but they just don't know.
Huh?
People,
Let's go.
people seen it, but they just don't know. People seen it, but they.
What's going on? What's going on? It's your boy Icon. We here on 910 Sports Podcast Show once again. You know what I'm saying? First and foremost, I always got to do it first. I got to thank God for this opportunity to be here, to have this opportunity to have a great platform to discuss different topics, to have great people on here. You know what I'm saying? And next, I want to introduce my right-hand man, Mr. Cowboy, a number one fan of all time. Your baby mama's favorite host, Barry White Jr. voice, and the whole nine. Saying Jacob the Great. What's going on, fam?
Man, glad to be in the land of the living, man. I said to myself yesterday, I said, boy, it's raining like crazy. God, he on his mission, boy. He cleaning up the earth. He watching all this toxic behavior away. So, because he ain't pleased what's going on in society. So, man, we definitely got to be thankful and grateful and uplift one another, man. And we gotta treat others as God would treat us, man. So we here. But before we get started, man, you're now tuned in with the 901 Sports Podcast Network, powered by Zeno FM and the Village Global Network, broadcasting in 191 countries with online monitoring by online radio. Listen, thank you for tapping in. You make the show happen. Be blessed, stay encouraged, and continue to tune in. And make sure you look us up on YouTube, 901 Sports and Entertainment Network. Because we need them subscribers to go up, and only you can help these subscribers go up. You're the real MVP. We just so grateful to bring you this broadcast.
All right. So, you know what I mean?
Well, man, see, go ahead. I see you got that smirk on your face. Go ahead and say it. Go ahead and say it, man.
Bro, you sound like you're supposed to be on PBS or something. Oh no, it's just like you had me captivated. Like, oh, okay, yeah. I thought I was watching a PBS special or something. The way you would read that thing, they're like, I don't know how you remember all that, because I'm like, you ain't from a monitor or something, because I know I ain't seen no monitor to the career.
No, ain't no monitor, man. It's just on the top of the dome, man.
I see, hey, that's a gift, because the way you spread that thing off, I'm like, okay. You know what I'm saying? Whatever. Oh, yeah, shout out. While we just own it, I'm just going to say shout out to T-Dub Entertainment. Shout out to She Real Radio, our girl Tiffany. You know what I'm saying? She a real one. Shout out to all the different countries, Germany, Russia, Japan, you know what I mean? Hungary, Dubai. So that's some of the countries out there that we affiliated, Greece, whatever. So shout out to all them different countries. But anyway, man, we go.
But you funny, man. Well, anyway, I could, man. The first thing I want to talk about, man, I seen somebody put up, I seen several people put it up. I'm like, man, LeBron James to get a coach fired before you can get a piece of fried chicken. I said, huh? I said, what? It was like, yeah, man, he done got six coaches fired, and if you look at all the assistant coaches that got fired with their head coaches, he probably done got 25 people fired in his career. They was like, oh man. I was like, man, I guess you can. You face an NBA. If one gotta go, all gotta go. So I guess he clean house, man. But I said in the beginning of the season that Coach Ham wasn't gonna make another year. I said that, man. I said that, it's a players' league. What the players want, the players get. It's really no substance when it comes to coaching anymore. And so the coach is just a pawn. They just want a person to say their head coach, but they don't even want the coaches to run the team like a Jerry Sloan or Chuck Daly or them cats back in the day, Pat Riley and people like that, Popovich, and they don't want people, Larry Brown, like they don't want coaches to run that format like a coach is supposed to run a team. So I mean, what you think, bro?
Well, normally I would agree with. Normally I would say yeah. Um, in the past, LeBron got David Black fired. I think he got Mike Brown fired early on in his career or whatever. But in this situation, I think it's a little different because he wasn't. I don't think he was ever a fan of Darvin Ham to begin with. You know what I'm saying? When they brought him in, that was strictly Jenny Buss and what's the name, Bob Pelinka called it to bring Darvin Ham in. Of course, he wanted Tyrone Lue. That's who LeBron wanted, or whatever. Because I heard, I think it was Carl. I heard somebody say the other day, LeBron always get what he wanted. You know what I'm saying? He would have got certain players and he would have got certain coaches that he wanted, and there was certain players and coaches over the last couple of years that he didn't get, and or whatever. So I don't think that he was ever sold on Darvin Ham as a coach to begin with, and a lot of the players was complaining. The craziest thing I seen yesterday, and I was like, okay, it's one thing the man can't coach or whatever. If y'all feel like he can't coach, that's fine. But when I seen him say something about the man cut a hole in his pocket and was played with himself during the game, I said, what? Did you see that? Did you see that comment?
You know what? Man? People play too much, man.
But they said unanimous players said this. They said one of the players unanimously said that every game he would cut a hole in his pocket and he would be playing with it, and he would be playing with himself and looking at the fans. And I said, so y'all done made the man into a freak on. I said, really? I said, yeah. Good morning. I guess I probably Kimmy. But yeah, when I seen that, I said, come on, man. That's not that
bless,
is
bless it. It's Sunday, bless it.
But I'm gonna say this. I think Darvin Ham is a decent coach. I never thought he was the right coach for the Lakers. But I think he can coach to a certain degree. I think for the Lakers, I think he needs to be with like a younger team, you know what I mean? Like a team, up and coming team, and kind of build them up, like a Charlotte or, Orlando or somebody like that. Like he needs to be with a team that needs that grooming. He don't need with veteran guys, or a team that's looking to get a championship because it's too much spotlight on him right now to be in that position.
Man, it's two coaches I like in the league right now. Where it's two coaches that I look at that's really sharp to me. The Pelicans coach and the Cleveland Cavaliers coach. Man, look at here. Man, listen, what they was able to do with them franchises and turn them franchises around, man, is unbelievable. And I ain't gonna forget about Orlando coach either.
Yeah.
For real, man. And the Falcons, you need a new coach. You need to fire your coach. You need to fire everybody, man. At this point, Atlanta Hawks should just have an one team. Like it's not even a pleasure to even see them play, man. I get more pleasure of going to see an AAU girls basketball game. As Bubba Dove said, Atlanta Hawks trash.
Yeah, man. But I like Minnesota coach too. I really do.
Yeah,
I like.
Yeah. Boy, speaking of Minnesota.
No, we ain't gonna go there yet. We ain't gonna go there. We gonna wait. We gonna wait before we get to that grown man down there. We gonna get there. Well, this is what I want to talk about before we get to them grown men and down there in Minnesota. I want to talk about I'm gonna call it changing of the guard. And basically what I want to talk about now is, so let's just break this thing down. So we got Of course, we got the Lakers. We got LeBron James being about to be 40 next year. We got the Clippers. You know, when you got Kawhi Leonard about 34, 35. You got Paul George 34, 35. You got James Harden 35. You got Russell Westbrook 30. Okay.
You funny, man. You know why?
What?
You said Kawhi Leonard about to be 35. Hey, man, I thought Kawhi Leonard and Morgan Freeman were the same age.
And,
I'm just saying, man.
Bad knees. He red socks. Bad knees. Got.
Man,
You know, but
man, hey, man. My sister said last night they should just tell Kawhi to retire. She said, well, he played like 44 games.
I mean, and the thing about it was they just gave him a new bag, which I don't know what they was thinking. Why they gave him an extension in January, and the man can't stay. The man got bad. They know he got bad. They had bad knees for 4 or 5 years now. So why y'all keep giving us more money, man, more money? You know what I'm saying? But I'm okay. So I'm looking at them. I'm looking at Phoenix, Kevin Durant, about 35, 36, whatever. And it was some other player I was just like, okay, and I forgot to mention somebody else. But out of all these, you got Golden State, you got Steph and them over there getting older. But my thing is now, these young boys is coming. You know what I'm saying? Ant-Man, Shea, Luka, these young boys is coming.
Brunson.
Brunson. Coming. So let's think about it. I know how much you love your old school basketball. But we gotta be when some of the guys started getting older back in the day, some of them did, I ain't gonna say dream chase, but some of them did when they got 34, 35, decided, like Barkley and Drexler went over to Houston and all that. You seen a few players like kind of, okay, this is my last hurrah. Let me go over here and see what I can do over here. You know what I'm saying? In the end. So you had a few players that did do that, and now you got certain players that never won one, like a Paul George, like a James Harden. Is it time for them should they just say, you know what? Maybe we need to get with one of these younger boys and try to win one before we get up out of here? Because a lot of these guys still got 4 or 5 years left on them, but it's not good enough anymore to carry a team like by themselves anymore. They need help. They need to be on somebody to get with one of these young dogs.
Philly talking about offering Paul George and Jimmy Butler a bag.
You said Paul George and Jimmy Butler?
Yeah.
Do they got that much money?
They said they got it, man. Because they already paid Embiid, and Maxey contract is probably pretty much already signed, but he won't sign it till July, but it's already in the bag. They said, man, they said Philly got some money, man. You know what I mean? They said either not one of them, if not both of them, one of them coming. You know what I mean? That's the two people they shooting for. But they said if they have to move some stuff around, they want to get both of them. But I said, what? Embiid, Maxey, Paul George, and Jimmy?
That's too much. I would get one of the two. I would go after. I wouldn't have all four because then you kind of situation like Phoenix, like you ain't gonna have no bench at all, and you know what I'm saying. And if one of them players or two of them players, Jimmy Butler stay hurt. Let's keep it real. Now Jimmy is a thing, but he stay hurt. You know what I'm saying? George stays hurt also too. So Embiid, you always know Embiid got the weirdest injury.
Well, what they say is Philly, the president basketball operations over there had a whole conversation with the GM and said that y'all dropped the ball. Y'all dropped the ball giving Tobias that money and not keeping Jimmy Butler. Mm-hmm. Because when Jimmy and Embiid was playing, they was cooking, boy. Mm-hmm. When I say they was cooking, and Maxey is not even a 5-year player, bro. And he just come on the court and just take it over. Like, it's like Tobias ain't even there, bro. Tobias Harris ain't even there. So what did you give him the bag for? Like, he's done nothing to get the but Tobias Harris and Giannis' brother. You know, I called them I called them the dodgeball boys. You know what I mean? You know they should just adopt playing racquetball or something because basketball they can't do it.
Yeah, especially Giannis, brother. To me, I'm like,
Do you know? Do you know that just cause Giannis signed with Nike, Giannis has proposed that his brother get a sneaker deal with Nike, and he proposed that they sign his brother with the Bucks a 4-year deal, 225 million.
who the heck? First of all, who going to buy Giannis' brother's shoes? Secondly, he don't even get on the court. Nobody know who he is. We see him on the sideline like a mascot. He might as well go ahead and put on a mascot uniform and walk around on the court doing timeouts. Because basically that's all he do. He don't even get on the court. I see something the other day where they was at they had a speaking engagement and him and Giannis was on stage talking about who was they players they looked up to when they was kids. Why is your brother here? He don't even get on the court. Like, only why he in the league is because of you. You know what I mean? Like the Bucks need to free up that whole. It's not like he a veteran, like a Udonis Haslem, or when Vince Carter played his last couple of years, where you got him for that veteran presence on the sideline to help the young players. Giannis's brother is like still like 20. I think he like 24, 25, and
Right.
don't get on the court. I'm just like, why are you even here? Like, man. And if it was probably up to Giannis, he'd probably get the other brother. You know, he got another brother, but I think that one play. I think the other brother play overseas.
Yeah.
You know, I think he's doing his own thing. But he probably was trying to get him the other one, because the other was in the NBA for like a year or two, in the G League, and then he got the team for like a minute. But I'm just like, if that's the case, then the Ball brothers need to be all together in Charlotte or somewhere, if that's the case, or in Chicago or whatever.
But they be showing Young's brother, man, in these reels and on these blogs. I'm like, why are y'all doing that, man? Like, what value? Like, why are you showing Young's brother, man? Like, I ain't even seen him make a layup, bro. Like, what, man? Can he even throw a bounce pass? Like, what?
For a bounce pass. I think the only time I see him, like, because I think he was with Giannis when they did the All Game weekend, and they was on when they took, I think last year in Milwaukee. Was it this year or last year? It was him and his brother and one other player on the team was all out there doing that. I was like, that's the only time I ever seen his brother out there, and of course he was terrible in that. So I don't. But I just feel like the older players in the NBA, some of the older ones, like what's their role going to be moving forward? Because a lot of these guys, you know what I mean, like they not going to win championships without being with somebody.
No.
You know, Golden State, them days ago, because I know they said something about Paul George possibly going to Golden State, but you're going to still deal with the same problem. You're going to deal with injuries. So, if you could put that together, get rid of Klay Thompson and bring in Paul George, but you're still dealing with the same thing. You're dealing with injuries. Is AD going to hold up? AD held up pretty good this year. I give him credit. He played like 76 games. He held up. But are you expecting AD to hold up 2 years?
AD, man.
And if I was LeBron, I would retire, to be honest with you. If I was LeBron, because I'm not saying because he can't play no more, because obviously the man still can play. We put up a triple, score 30 points every night against Denver. But I feel like point, there's nothing left you can do to prove anything to nobody. Whatever people think about, they're gonna think about you. And it's like, what's the point of keep playing, especially if you're on a team that has no chance of winning. The Lakers don't have no, especially construction, because they don't know how to pick players. You know what I'm saying? They get rid of the wrong player. They get rid of you remember they had Zubac. They got rid of him. They got rid of you got rid of Kyle Kuzma. You got rid of KCP. You got rid of Carl Russo. You got rid of all these players that could have still been helping you win. You know what I'm saying? And brought in all these other players. And Austin Reeves, they trying to make him the second coming of Caruso or the second coming of Steve Nash or whoever. And Austin Reeves is garbage. He trash.
I think the Lakers GM is horrible, man. I don't think he know nothing about basketball. Like, what does he really know about basketball, bro? How did he even get that position? Who is his granddaddy or his great granddaddy connected to?
Kobe Bryant. He was Kobe Bryant's agent. That's why he got that job. That's why Rob Pelinka is in the Lakers, the Lakers GM, because he was Kobe Bryant's agent. You know what I'm saying? That's the only reason why. But you got to remember, he got that job right before Kobe died. You know what I'm saying? So that's the only reason why.
But I'm always say the Lakers is cursed because how they did Magic. Promise you.
You said cursed?
Yeah, they cursed.
I don't know about cursed, but I put it like this. If LeBron was to keep playing back, I wish he went to a different team. I hate the Lakers, but I'll be honest, I hate them. Because they too entitled. I hate the type of fans, and they be crying all the time about and it's like
Lakers fans are worse. Lakers fans are worse than Cowboys fans.
Yeah, because I'm just like, okay, y'all want LeBron to leave. Okay, do y'all realize before LeBron got there, y'all hadn't won since 2010? Now let's keep that in perspective. Y'all hadn't won. If LeBron wouldn't have got there, y'all would be like right now at 14 years where y'all wouldn't have sniffed the title. If LeBron leaves, it's no guarantee y'all gonna start winning again. So who
they
y'all?
Won't.
If LeBron leaves, who are y'all gonna automatically bring in that's gonna bring a championship? You know what I'm saying? Not going to. It's no guarantee y'all gonna start winning championships again if LeBron leaves. So this.
But that's what they think.
Huh?
That's what a lot of them think.
They think it's like, who you gonna get? Most of these players is locked into their contracts on their teams, and with the new way they do the contracts now, it's hard to build a dynasty team. It's hard to build. The reason why they got this first apron, second apron type deals going on is because they're trying to keep teams for building these teams. But for some odd reason, they still keep being able to do it. But that's what they try. But then you can build a super team with bringing 3 or 4 players in, superstars in, but you ain't gonna have no bench. You're gonna be like Phoenix. Phoenix out there they shouldn't have got rid of DeAndre Ayton. They should have let Chris Paul stay another year. They didn't need Bradley Beal. That's the one thing. Phoenix did not need Bradley Beal. You know, Bradley Beal was just a ornament. Like if you put up a Christmas tree, then you put an extra ornament on there. And it's like, okay, you put the extra ornament on there, but it ain't do nothing to bring out the tree. Like, it didn't do nothing for the tree. So that's basically what Bradley Beal is. Like, he's never won anything. So that's another issue with Bradley Beal is they brought Beal in as if, you know, I could see if he was going to the playoffs every year, getting knocked out in the first or second round, going to the Eastern Conference Finals. And then, he was, he couldn't get over the hump. But Washington Wizards wasn't even going to the playoffs when Bradley Beal was there. They got into the play-in game the 1 year Russell Westbrook was there, which I felt like Washington should have kept Russell Westbrook at that time because him and Bradley Beal worked good together. And they was actually sniffing the playoffs. But other than that, Bradley Beal is not a winning player. He's just a player that can shoot a little bit. They try to make him a 3. He's not really a 2 or I don't even know what Bradley Beal really is. He's just a player that can shoot a little bit, but he's not gonna put you over the hump. So I feel like if anything, if Phoenix was smart, they would trade away Bradley Beal and go after a point guard somewhere. They would go after the DeJounte Murray or somebody like that, or whatever. But I don't think that he fits with what they're doing in Phoenix if they want to actually even come close to the winning, even though I don't see over the next several years with Denver, Oklahoma City, Minnesota, Dallas, those 4 teams, I don't see Phoenix even really sniffing the NBA Finals, and due to the fact that Devin Booker and Kevin Durant and Bradley Beal always stay hurt. One of the 3 are always hurt, or whatever. Kevin Durant, stay on the court this year, but can you absolutely say that you feel like he's gonna stay on the court another year in a row? It's like AD. they had a one good year of staying on the court. But can you say emphatically, oh yeah, next year they're gonna stay on the court again? I don't see it. I don't see it. So I feel like all the older cats need to, even Dame Lillard. I think Dame Lillard. I feel like he might end up getting traded away from Milwaukee because he didn't ever want to go there in the first place. He said he wasn't happy because of his situation with him and his wife getting a divorce. So I don't think he's going to stay there past this year. So I wouldn't be surprised to see him getting traded away here in the near future, or whatever. But anyway, move on to another topic. So now we're gonna get into this playoff thing. Now we're gonna get into this.
Before that, you know the black guy that be on those sports shows. His name Rob something.
Sports shows, Rob.
He was on.
Rob
He was
Parker?
on. That's his name.
Okay.
He was on the Breakfast Club, right? And he was talking about that Tom Brady shouldn't be a Hall of Famer. I said in that comment box, I said, listen, man, Rob Parker, you are very delusional. I said, Robert Parker, that's just like telling the NFL that Dan Marino ain't royalty. Do you really think the NFL is going to keep Tom Brady out the Hall of Fame? Man, listen, man.
That's on that boat for a minute.
Man, listen, man. That man is. They call him the GOAT. Like, why would you? And that's not just a reference to him because he's Tom Brady. That's a reference to a fan base. No matter what nationality you are, people call him the GOAT, man.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And for you to come on a national broadcast and say that, man, them people in them comments eating him up, boy. I bet he said his page down.
Well, he been Rob Parker. If you watch him and Chris Broussard, they got that Odd Couple show that comes on radio show that comes on Sirius XM. I actually called in one time. It was crazy. I got through. I couldn't believe it. So I was like, oh dang. You know what I mean? And it was a couple of years ago, but I actually called into the show one time. I forgot what the topic was about, but I called in one time. But but he's been on that bandwagon of basically with all the cheating scandals that Brady's had, and he's had the easiest path to the Super Bowl every year by being worst conference in the NFL for the last 20 years up to that point in his career. So he's been on that bandwagon of not saying. I've never heard him say he shouldn't be in the Hall of Fame, but I have heard him say he's considered as the GOAT, and he should have an asterisk beside his Super Bowls, a couple of his Super Bowls, because of some of the cheating stuff and how easy it's been for him and all of that. So he's always felt like Tom Brady's legacy is overrated.
I heard ALT say that. I heard ALT said that Tom Brady couldn't have played when they played. He was like, the way I used to see Joe Montana and Dan Marino and Brett Favre get back up after some of them hits that they was taking, man, and just keep it going. He was like, Brady ain't built like them guys. He ain't built like them Boomer Esiasons and them Phil Simms and them Joe Theismanns and you know he Aikman, and he ain't built like them guys, man. Like, he's not hard nosed like those guys, man. He was like, the most two protected quarterbacks that ever played the game is Tom Brady and Peyton Manning.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, I don't. It's hard to say because, like you said, I don't. Because the one thing with the Patriots, they always scheme to get the ball out of Tom Brady's hands so fast.
Right. So, you know, is Tom Brady your GOAT? You know, a lot of people say, you know, they would take a Dan Marino, a Joe Montana, a Brett Favre, a Steve Young, you know, Aaron Rodgers. So it's elite quarterbacks that you can put up there with Brady. But listen, man, when he on the field, it seems like everybody is scared, and I don't mean scared to play against him, but they're scared that he gonna do something that's crazy, amazing, and spectacular where you're gonna be scratching your head like, man, how did he do this again?
Mm-hmm.
And then there's the thing about Brady in Atlanta. Did Atlanta really sell that Super Bowl? Because you was getting in the first half, you was getting 5.2 yards a carry, and you didn't run the ball at all in the second half. And here we go with Atlanta, San Francisco's coach. And I'm
Mm-hmm.
so tired of people debating that he's a good coach. No, he's not. He hasn't won the elite one yet. He's lost the elite one 3 times. He's the coach that can get you there, but he can't finish. So in my eyes, that's not a good coach.
Yeah. I ain't gonna say he's not a good coach, but he's not as great as they make him out to be. You got to be a good coach to at least get there, but time and time again. But as far as being on the way, he has a brilliant mind. He's the greatest mind since who they say what's the coach from back in the day?
Who, John Madden?
It was not John Madden. I want to say was it the Rams coach and a couple of old offensive-minded coaches.
Yeah, they talking about like John Robinson and Vince Lombardi and Tom Landry, all them old school coaches.
Yeah, a man from the 49ers. The 49ers old coach that was there with Jerry.
You talking about Bill Walsh?
Bill Walsh, yeah. He's the greatest mind since Bill Walsh and all this. And it's like, come on, man. I can't put the man on that category with the man.
I mean, we can say Levy is a great coach because he got the Bills there several times, but they could never win the big one. Yeah. So you know what I'm saying? Is he the same person that Levy is? You know what I mean?
Say that, but he not this greatest mind of all time. Like he can't even beat the Rams. The thing about it is he can't even beat Mike Shanahan. You know what I'm saying? That's the crazy. Like he only beat Mike like one time in the last few years, 1 or 2 times. He can't even beat him. So how you gonna be this greatest mind when you can't even beat a coach in your own division and y'all like best friends and you can't?
And then, man, what's the coach for the Rams name?
That's Sean McVay.
Sean McVay got his number all day, every day, bro.
Yeah. So I don't know. Yeah, like these, like I said, yeah. So that they put, but I don't, like I said, the Tom Brady thing. I'm not sure if he could have played back in the day because he do cry a lot. He cries a lot as a quarterback. Throw a lot of temper tantrums. Cries a lot when things don't go his way, and it just happened to go his way most times than not. But I don't know who's to say if he would have been able to play back in the day or not. So I don't know.
Yeah. So I couldn't, man. So we ain't gonna talk about it yet. I'm gonna talk about this theory that I seen. LeBron goes back to Cleveland. He plays with Donovan Mitchell and the crew. Bronny comes to Cleveland, play with his daddy. They win the championship. Bronny get his first ring, and LeBron retires. That's the theory I've been seeing.
It makes sense. I don't know if Donovan Mitchell would be there if LeBron went back to Cleveland. Then I think it would probably be like a sign and trade where they would maybe trade for Donovan Mitchell, bring him over to the Lakers, and he would have the more in the big. But
I don't think Donovan, like how they got the system is, and they one piece away from being in the finals. Mm-hmm. And I think Cleveland is definitely one piece away from being in the finals. I think the Knicks is one piece away from being in the finals. And I think in 2 years, when Orlando get these pieces out the draft, there's good pieces. Orlando will be a force to be reckoned with.
Yeah.
I didn't realize Orlando was that good, man. I did not realize that.
Yeah. I'll watch. Yeah, I'm gonna watch that game after this, Game 7. But I think if LeBron, if he was to leave the Lakers, I think New York would make the most sense to me. You know what I'm saying? Because like he's the type of player over the hump.
It's enough room. You think it's enough room in New York?
What you mean?
Is it enough room?
Enough room.
Yeah, because they got a complete team, man, and Juju's gonna be back healthy 100%. So is it gonna be enough room, or Well, when it comes to marketing in New York, oh man, that'll
Well,
be
the theory,
crazy.
but he replaced Julius Randle. That's the theory. The theory would be that the Lakers would get. I mean, New York would trade away Julius Randle and bring in LeBron in. That's the theory that I heard about that. And then, of course, he would have Brunson and OG and all them, around him on that team. But so to me, that would make more sense for him to go to New York. I was gonna say Philly, but with Joel Embiid always getting hurt, he'd kind of be in the same boat where he would kind of try to have to carry the team with him and Maxey. So I don't know if that would necessarily make any sense. And the only other thing I was going with Steph. You know what I'm saying? Going with Steph or whatever and play down there. You know what I mean? Or whatever. So that would, if he was going to leave and go somewhere else.
Yeah.
Somebody
So
got, you see this? Let me show, look at this comment, bro. Look at this comment. Who done mess around and came with him?
Oh. That's funny.
And now if this was real, where the blue check at? You know what I'm saying? I want to see the blue check. Do they have blue
Yeah.
check? You know what I'm saying? To say Anthony Edwards, I'm the best player on the planet.
Oh, is he really the best player on the planet though?
Yeah.
Is that debatable? Can a 22-year-old 23 be the best player on the planet?
I don't know. He's saying he's Anthony Edwards. I'm the best player on the planet.
That's what I'm saying. Is that comment debatable?
I would say he's right there. I would say it's right there. I would say the only thing I don't like, and I made a comment on my post yesterday, I don't want them every time he do something comparing him to Michael Jordan. Because it's like that's too much of let the man play a little bit before you start.
That's too much of an expectation, man.
Don't put that on him just yet. Like let the man play a little bit before y'all start.
But I did see Mike on Twitter. And I did see Mike said Anthony Edwards, he a dog. I ain't never seen Mike say that, but about one other person.
Yeah.
I see him say it about Kobe, but what I have seen him say about LeBron, Magic Johnson, faster and stronger.
Yeah.
I've seen him say that. Because I tell people, they're like, well, why Mike gonna say that? I said, because he can play all 5 positions. And Mike know he couldn't. So Mike had to find somebody to compare him to that he played against. And that was still one of the most legendary players that people have ever seen. And that was Irvin Magic Johnson.
Yeah.
And if you look at LeBron's body frame, if you look at how he get down the court, if you look at his sense of direction, his smartness, how he passed the ball, how he can switch from position to position, that ain't nobody but Magic, man. So I don't ever compare him to Michael Jordan. To me, his comparison is Magic Johnson.
Yeah, it's never been a comparison because comparing them two is like comparing Pac and Biggie. It's like 2 different types of rap, 2 different types of styles. You know what I'm saying? So it didn't never make any sense to compare the two, or whatever. So that's why I said when I tell people all the time that when I talk GOATs and I say Michael Jordan and LeBron is 1 and 1A to me, the reason why I say it like that because they completely 2 different players. 2 different players, completely. Everything about it different. Ain't nothing alike between the two at all.
Right.
But they both are, to me, at the top when it comes to the what they've accomplished and who they are in the sport. So. Right. So people get mad when I say that. It is what it is. But
well, I just break it down like if we talking about 70s basketball, you know, I can say Bill Russell, and see I got co-goats. I ain't got one goat. I got co-goats when it comes to the 70s and 80s. You know, if we talking about 70s, 80s, man, I say Bill Russell. I said Wilt Chamberlain. I said Kareem, and I say Walt Clyde Frazier, and I said Pistol Pete and Jerry West. You know what I mean? Them the co-goats of the 70s. But if we talking about the co-goats of the 80s, that's none other than nobody but Magic, Bird, and Isaiah. You know what I mean? And if we talking about the GOAT of the 90s, that era, we talking about MJ. You know what I mean? And when it comes to, you know, the early 2000s from that decade, we talking about Kobe. And we talking about now is LeBron. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And but somebody told me that you just can't say LeBron. You just like you just can't say Kobe. They was like you would have to say Kogo with Kobe and Dwayne Wade, or you would have to say Kogo with LeBron, KD, and Steph. I
Yeah.
told him that. I told him that I didn't agree with it. I said, but you make a good theory because those three the ones who made basketball run like it did in this era.
Yeah.
If you take those three away, how many ticket sales would they really have?
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So the thing about people being the GOAT, just like I was looking at so far this year, LeBron, when people are screaming him on social media, he already has 1.9 billion views in this year alone.
Dang.
You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So, and they was talking about what LeBron thought about the LA Sparks playing before the Lakers.
Yeah.
He all for it. He said, but the reason why more of the retired NBA players don't own WNBA basketball teams because it's too many clauses of what they can and can't do. And
Yeah.
so you know, people just let them have it. If that's the way y'all want it, y'all have it. We're trying to put seats in the arenas for y'all. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So it's not debatable, huh? That's too funny,
I
man.
mean,
It's too funny.
you still got Shea, you still got Luca, still got certain players like Anthony Anderson. I mean, Anthony Edwards is coming now. He's right there.
Hey man, I'm gonna say it's too. You know, I like Shea, I like Luke, I like Brunson, man. But who I think gonna take over the league and it's gonna be back and forth. It's gonna be who you said. It was in Wembley.
Yeah. Wemby definitely. The Wemby definitely gonna be right there.
But
Trust.
did you see his rookie stats?
Hey, I'm telling you, he coming. He that boy. Once and the thing about it was, you look at his stats, and he only played like 25 minutes a game. So Pop ain't even really let this man loose yet. He had him on load management, and see, and now people can't get mad. Don't get mad at Wemby. Wemby ain't got nothing to do with why he's on load management. That's all Pop doing. Pop created load management. If you really think about it, he did it with Parker and Duncan when they got older, and everybody else picked up on it, and he did whatever. So Pop is the one that created load management. You know what I'm saying? But you know, as old school as Pop is, he created it. So when all these people start talking about these young players on load management, that's not just the players that's doing that. It's the coaches that implement this load management stuff with their teams. You know what I'm
Man,
saying?
me tell you something, man. David Stern wouldn't have played that load management. I'm gonna tell you that right now.
Mm-mm.
David Stern would have said these fans pay to come to see you play. If you ain't hurt, injured, you ain't on crutches, you need to be playing. Like
Exactly.
he was very firm, and this mess with Draymond, David Stern would have been kicked him out of the league. I'm gonna tell you that right now.
Oh yeah.
And Java Rent would not be playing anymore.
Yeah.
I tell people if you look at the situation with Gilbert Arenas, man, listen, man, that man ain't played no games.
Mm-mm. No.
Gilbert did not dribble another basketball on the NBA franchise floor.
No. Yeah. David Stern didn't
Like
play
like
ready.
man, Latrell Sprewell choked the coach and came back before Gilbert Arenas did.
Mm-hmm. And that's because I think because when you hear the players talk about it that was there, they basically say that if that what's the name? Was it
PJ something.
PJ Clarence called Calissimo that
Yeah.
he was kind of egging him on. Like it was kind of like it was almost like he was pushing him to do it. You know what I mean?
Yeah. They said when the 12 tried to walk off, he would follow me, talk behind him and stuff like that.
Yeah, so it's kind of like he kind of uh, uh, asked for it basically. You know what I'm saying? So you know everybody probably like everybody,
Well,
With
when
that
he choked him, though, he had a grip boy.
Oh yeah.
I was like, boy, they got to get some pliers to get this man out. Boy,
Oh
they
yeah.
got to pry his hands off, man. What?
Yeah. I mean, he could have just. My thing, he could have just punched the hell out of him and kept it moving. But you know what I'm saying? Like,
Nah, bro. Hey, bro. He had that big show chokehold.
Yeah, I think if he would have just punched him, it probably wouldn't have been that big of a deal. But when you try to kill a man, you know what I'm saying? If you choking a man to the point where you damn near try to kill him, yeah, you got to go. You know what I'm saying?
It's the big show.
Yeah, if you would have just knocked the hell out of him, you know what I mean? Like I seen this thing on TikTok yesterday where, you know, you had people be going around and be trying to doing them little skits where they'll walk up somebody to the grocery store and be like, what you say to me? So this dude walked up to this other guy and he was like, you want to get shot? And he was like, first he asked him where he was from. He said, why? He said, I'm from Lafayette. I'm from Louisiana somewhere, Lafayette somewhere. And he said, why are you asking me that? And he said, do you want to get shot? And that joker said, turned around and punched him dead in the mouth. You could tell it was real too, because when he hit him, that dude said, oh, and he fell back. I said, all right. And then we dude was about our age. I said, all right, y'all better lead him. You better lead him. We grown men. We grown men. Grown men like us don't play that. You can't be walking up just saying something crazy and then thinking we gonna be looking like what? You know what I'm saying? Like, nah, You know, especially when it come to you young boys, because the young boys, we already looking at y'all sideways. So we gonna get the drop on y'all for y'all get the drop on us. Y'all come to us talking crazy. You know what I mean?
Yeah, cause you know these young boys will try you, man.
Mm-hmm. But I'm you know, it's funny because it's the first year. Because normally I stick with my picks. If I say somebody gonna go to the finals, I stick with it until they get knocked out. And I ain't gonna lie, I went from the Clippers early in the year to first it was when I first started the season, I said Clippers in Boston or Milwaukee. Then when I see how Milwaukee played when they got Doc Rivers, I said, well, Milwaukee ain't going because they got Doc Rivers. So then I said it's gonna probably be the Clippers and Boston. And then as the season, all of a sudden when Kawhi Leonard went down, I said, throw Clippers out. Kawhi Leonard hurt again. So I don't know why he thought that. So then I started seeing Denver play a little bit better. So I said, all right, Denver and Boston. But then now when I seen the Minnesota in the playoffs, and I know when they're playing against Phoenix, I said they're going to give Denver some problems because they got size. And Denver's bench is not as good as last year because they don't have Bruce Brown. They don't have Jeff Green. I said that's going to be a problem. You know what I'm saying? If you're seeing it now, they leaning on Jokic. The thing about Jokic is he might still get some of his points, but he going to have to work for it. They say he was like 9 for 23 yesterday. And if Jamal Murray don't have big games, they're going to be in a heap of trouble. You know what I'm saying? Because Jamal Murray is the one that when Jokic is not, Jokic should get you there, but they need Jamal Murray to get you over the edge sometime. And if they lock Jamal Murray up, Minnesota, Denver in a heap of trouble. And they got guards, they got wings that can guard Jamal Murray. That's the thing. And then like they said, and like Charles said last night, he said KCP, he loved KCP, but he too light in the pocket to be trying to in the butt to be trying to guard Anthony Edwards. Anthony Edwards he had a grown man body coming into the league.
But that ain't gonna happen, bro. They ain't gonna happen, man. He can't guard Anthony Edwards, man.
Mm-mm.
He definitely can't. And man, and the other guard for them can't guard McDaniels.
No. So that's what I'm saying. So Jamal Murray kind of small. He can't guard him. You know what I mean? And then you got somebody like Naz Reid going crazy. You're really in trouble. Because if Naz Reid continue to go crazy like that and giving you points and whatever like that off the bench, you know what I mean? Like they really gonna be in trouble. So I don't know. And if Minnesota get past this, whoever win this series, I feel like going to the finals.
Man, let me tell you something, man. Anthony Edwards a problem, man.
Yeah.
He a problem, man. He a problem, and he long-winded. He'll never get tired, man. Mm-hmm. And he ain't backing down from nothing and nobody.
Nothing.
You know, man. He that man gave he gave KD the business.
He was giving him. He was talking junk to him like how kids are giving it to Drake right now. Like he was giving it to him. I'm like, I was like, okay, all right, yeah, I see you. And I'm thinking the next game, KD was gonna come back on him because this was game one, and I was like, okay, KD gonna get him the next game because KD competitive. He don't like to get showed up.
Man, and he played that lockdown defense on KD, man. He locked him down.
Mm-hmm. I said,
KD couldn't even get a shot off, man.
Mm-hmm. I said, this boy right here. I said, yeah, and I said the thing about it is when he tell you, he said, I just want to keep everything in front of me. So when he's saying that, D-boy, hey, and the thing about it is what I think Barkley said last night. He said the thing that makes him so dangerous is the fact that he could shoot 3 2. Because you got to think, even Michael Jordan early in his career wasn't a 3-point shooter.
No, he wasn't.
I'm saying now you got a guy that's only 21, 22 years old. Not only can he's super athletic and can drive on you and super quick, get to the basket and dunk on you. He already got, because you think about it now, Michael Jordan really didn't have that fadeaway jump shot until after his first retirement. You know what I'm saying? Remember, he came back with that fadeaway off the second 3-peat. The first 3-peat, he had that shot. He worked on that during that time he was playing baseball, and after they got knocked out, then that offseason, and when he first came back and played them 20-something games, that offseason, he came back with that fadeaway.
Right.
This boy got that fadeaway already.
Right.
Freeze. I'm not going to say he's going to be on no GOAT status at some point, but he keep up like this, and don't let him win a title this year. Did he win a title this year? Oh, yeah. He whoever this person talking about they were Anthony Edwards, he won a title this year. Yeah, he the best player in the game. You know what I'm saying? Point blank, period.
Yeah, you know? Yeah. Now, before we get off here, I watched Mike Tyson train this morning, and I watched Jake Paul train. I'm yet praying for Jake Paul. I'm gonna need John the Baptist and Apostle Paul and Hezekiah and Daniel from the Lions Den to come down and put some hands on him, man. Because, man, if Mike Tyson hit Jake Paul with one of them uppercuts, one of them short jabs, man, he gonna punch that boy into the middle of 2030. Man, because they said, man, the way Mike Tyson was hitting that bag, it amounts to about 2,500 pounds of pressure. He's punched.
See, the thing I don't like about boxing, especially in the last several years, is boxing is too rigged up to me. So it's hard to kind of take it seriously because you don't know if they're going to allow, if this is going to really be a real, boxing match where they're going to allow. Because that Roy Jones, Mike Tyson fight was a debacle. It was ridiculous. Because they basically were saying that Mike Tyson had to carry Roy Jones. Because they was even saying that people that was there watched the fight was like, it was a couple of times that Mike hit Roy, and you could hear Roy kind of like groan, and like he's like hit him one time, and it's like Mike had to literally almost hold him up from like going down. So I don't know if this is gonna be a real thing of Mike. Because Mike come out and really try to go at him and hit him flush with something,
they're gonna stop it.
You know what I mean? They're gonna have to. Because he gonna get, because Mike, that old Mike come out. Mike, that old Mike might come out. You know what I mean? So hey, you just never know. So that killer instinct.
Listen, man, Mike, man, man, I'm scared for Jake Paul, man. I ain't gonna tell you on story, man. I'm scared for Jake Paul, man.
Yeah, he might have bit off more than he could chew this time. Like,
cause man, he done said something about the man dead daughter. Yeah, bro.
Get his ass knocked out. He need to get his ass knocked out. Now you done said that.
And then he apologized, talking about he meaning it that way. And I said, boy, yeah, I mean, he said he told him, he's like, what he say? I was gonna give it to you, so I'm gonna give you what you want. So you better be praying to your dead daughter, some nature of that.
Oh no, see. Okay, all right. Okay. From that, if he said that, I want him to get his ass clean knocked out. I want him to be slobbering at the mouth. I want him to be calling for him. I want him when he called for his mama like George Floyd. Yeah. You don't. There's some things you just don't do. That's certain things.
Yeah, that's why what we were talking about last night with the Kendrick and Drake thing, man. It can go real left.
Yep, that's why I told him to leave it alone, because I said at this point with that whole situation, when everybody you saw Kendrick literally did a whole song about the man, mama, and daddy. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, at this point, y'all better just leave it alone. Yeah, everybody said what they want to say. You know what I'm saying? And sometimes these things can get way too ugly, and it just let it go before somebody get shot or seriously hurt or dead or something behind this mess. It ain't that serious.
That's right.
Kendrick, it's okay. It's okay, Drake. You can take a L. It's okay. It ain't gonna end your career.
Nah, never. No. It definitely won't end his career. He's too big, man.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But anyway, man, it was a nice show. You know, everybody have a blessed weekend. We want to thank everybody for coming on Kimmy VGN Network. Always coming and support us or whatever and what we doing, and everybody else that came on that checked us out or whatever, and the ones that's gonna check us out in here in the future. And you basically download the app if you can, the VGN app. And you know, continue to follow my YouTube pages and all that stuff, Facebook pages and Instagrams and TikToks and all that. But anyway, we out of here for next week. God bless everybody. Y'all have a good one.
Peace, everybody.
People seen it, but they just don't know.
What I told you, Cutter.
People seen it, but they just don't know. People seen it, but they just don't know.